Welcome everybody. This is Tom Murphy at Maple Ridge, home of the Super Turbo 701. I'm just going to make a quick little video today about the progress that I've been making here on my right wing. It has been a few months since I made a video. I've had a busy summer, so I haven't done a lot of work out here on the plane other than crawling up in the hellhole and working on stops for the controls and stuff. So the controls are pretty well set. I do have to run the cable still, but that's almost all I have left to do as far as the controls go. What I've been working on today is my right wing. What I did is I completely did assemble this wing over the last couple weeks. So I have all of the parts that have been fabricated and put together with the wing assembled with Clecos. And today what I did is I completely disassembled the whole wing. I went through and attached all my nose ribs, have all been taken all apart, and it's been deburred, primed, and riveted. Then I proceeded and I took the skins off. So the skins have been taken off. The skins are rolled up around the shop here. They have been deburred. I deburred the top and then rolled them over and deburred the bottom side of the skin. And then I went through on the skeleton of the wing. I went through and completely deburred all the holes. You can see how nice and centered all my holes are on that. I was really happy with how that came out. The same on the trailing edge. I pretty much hit my center line completely going through and drilling that whole thing. And the same on the ribs. The ribs came out really well on every single one. So I'm happy with the way they all turned out. You can see from the photos there's some strut assembly that goes there. You can see that right there. This has been deburred and primed, so that's ready to go in play when I put it together. But I'm real happy. I know one of the big things, the key to it is to take your time and level everything. Make sure it's level. And these are nice. They're actually old. My brother had a tent that collapsed on them, and I took these, they're 2x2s, and they work perfect for setting this on. They're symmetrical, everything's the same, and my table is really nice and level, so it worked out really well. Anyways, as far as that goes, it's ready. It's been, I use a self-etching after I clean everything on the surfaces. Then I use a self-etching primer, aluminum primer, for anti-corrosion. So I'm just going to let that dry really well before I go and start installing that bottom wing. My fuel tank was installed. It has all the cork and everything installed on it. You'll notice that I did put my fuel sending unit in the top of the tank. So the reason I did that is, well, obviously this is the bottom of the wing, but I checked my clearances with the tank installed with the top skin off, and I had about 3/4 of an inch or a little over 3/4 of an inch between the top of the skin and the top of the sending unit. So I'm going to put a rubber flap over top of that once I've got the wires and everything all in play. I was going to put an inspection plate on the top of the wing over top of that sending unit. I'm not going to do that now. I checked that sending unit out mechanically. It's working fine with the gauge. Before I installed it, I checked it, moving it up and down from the bottom throat to the top, and it's registering empty and full. Now, if I would have installed the fuel sending unit in the side of the tank like the plans called for, I still would have had to put some sort of inspection cover on the root skin for right in here. Otherwise, you would have to drill out every rivet and take your root skin off to get to that sending unit on the tank if it was put on the side of the tank. So I'm not going to put an inspection cover on it right now. I may do that down the road. But what I'm going to do here this afternoon is I've got to run up and I'm going to get a good 10, 11 gallons of fuel. I'll fill a couple 5-gallon, maybe 3 5-gallon gas cans with fuel, and I'm going to fill that fuel tank with it on a table sitting on cardboard. After I've got everything plugged off, I'm going to put the return lines, I'll plug everything off so that it's everything's plugged. I'm going to put the petcock on the bottom with a small hose on it so I can shut that off. I'm going to fill it, I'm going to leave it for a couple days and just check it to make sure it's not leaking. After I'm confident that I have no leaks, what I'm going to do is set that tank so that I can drain the fuel out of the tank through the petcock with the fuel cap on it. And what I'm looking for when I do that is I don't want to see any type of infringement on fuel coming out of the tank. I want it to just be a steady stream coming out of the tank until the tank is empty without any gurgling or any type of gasping for air. And hopefully that works. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to look at something different for a different type of vented cap for that. I do have return lines coming from the header tank to from the header tank to the gas tank, but I want to make sure that tank is going to completely drain to my header tank without having any hiccups. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to let this all this primer dry, and then I'm going to roll that bottom skin out, and I'm going to install that. I'm going to try and get that done this afternoon. I may get some more videos. I'm going to come over here to my cabinet, my trusty CH701 cabinet, and I'm going to take this box out. This came in the mail a couple days ago from Blaze. And these are my wing lights. They really are a very nice wing light. They are again from Blaze, and they are for experimental use only, not TSO approved. But they do have the position light, nav green, and the nav red, and then they do have the anti-collision white lights on the back. They are capable of wig-wag. It's got a setup so that you can wire them so they're synchronized, and I will probably do that. Once I get the bottom skin on here, I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm going to get my wires all run for the wing lights so that that's all done. I'm going to run a couple extra wires when I do that so that I have them there. But so far so good. I have all my components ready. I've got everything ready to be installed. Everything's been made up. These have to be final hole drilled, but they're all ready. They're sitting here. I did have to watch the video again because it's been a month and a half or so since I've actually come out and worked on this. I do have the John Croc videos with my TV and everything out here. So I did watch those just to make sure I was getting everything just the way it's supposed to be. And I should be able to get this wing buttoned up by tomorrow afternoon. When I finish it up, I'll put another video of the finished product. But again, I'm really happy with the way this wing turned out. And if you like watching my videos, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I'm trying to see how many followers I get. I apologize again. I have not had a video up since Memorial Day, I believe. It's been a busy summer. Although I did work out here on it, I have photos for my log, what I was doing, but this is my first video in a while. So yeah, if you'd like my videos, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. There is not a lot out there for building the CH701. If you have any questions and you're building a 701 and you want to ask a question, leave a question in the comment section, and I will get back to you. And I'm the type of guy, I'm always looking for feedback. If somebody has an easier way or knows a better way to do something, I'm open for that too. Go ahead and leave those in the comment. But until next time, this is Tom Murphy, Maple Ridge, home of the Super Turbo 701. Have a good day.